everyone, Amy here. This is your weekly update for Saturday, July 17th, 2021. So I'm here on the north side of the Owl Barn Market. Right behind me there, we made some major, I would call them improvements. We actually cut some trees down so you can see the waterfall a little bit better and so you can see the market building as well. So as you can see, Alec and Julian and Ted were working really hard getting these two middle trees cut down. So now we have a better view of that beautiful waterfall. And right next to me here is the market, and I want to head in there because we got some new things that I definitely want to show you. Here is a look at those New York cherries. We have the red and the white. I have tasted both myself and I can vouch that they are absolutely delicious. And we still have a good supply of the Ohio grown field tomatoes. Many of you have come in and said you just loved them. They were red all throughout and you just had to come get more. Something else new that came in on Friday is the white peach. This is a white peach. That over there is your regular yellow peach. So it's a white flesh and it is a little bit different. It has more of a sweet sugary taste than the white or than the yellow peach, and it has kind of like an almond undertone. This is great for fresh eating, not exactly the best for baking. We were also very excited to find Ohio grown fresh garlic at the market Friday morning. You cannot beat fresh garlic. The flavor is just so much better than the stuff you find at the grocery store, and who knows how long it's been there. And last but not least, I have Ohio. Yes, locally Ohio grown blueberries. These are fabulous. They have great texture and great sweetness. So as you can see, now is definitely the time to get all that fresh and delicious produce. This is not your grocery store produce. This just came off trucks from local vendors. It is so good. You got to get it while you can. So I did want to talk about a few plants that really caught my eye over in the sales yard this week. So let's hop over there, and when we come back, we're going to talk about your all-time favorite subject, grubs. Okay, so my first stop is the front sales yard here. And just this morning, we brought out the old famous Igloo mum. Now I know I've talked about these a million times, but these are ultra hardy garden mums. We grew these from little plugs early in the spring, and looks like they've been cut back quite a few times. So not only will they be bushy, but they'll bloom a little bit later in the late summer into fall. We have quite a few different colors. They are in 1.5 gallon pots. They are $7.99 each. The sale sign's not out here yet, but if you do buy 5 or more, they go down $1 each. So all of these are Igloo mums. There's like a pink down there, a white, fuchsia. Frosty's kind of like a white with a pinkish tint. Harvest. There's a yellow back there. Quite a few different varieties, like I said. And this is a newer Spirea. And it's different than the other Spirea. If you're familiar with one called Tor that gets like white flowers, this one is in the same family, but it's called Pink Sparkler. What I like about it is its foliage. It's kind of more rounded and cleaner looking compared to, let's say, Double Play Gold. Little spotty, a little bit smaller, but the foliage here on this kind of family is larger. And as you can see, it gets like a pinkish flower. These do bloom early summer, like I said, with the pink flowers. This one gets to be about 3 to 4 feet tall and wide. Full sun is best, and this one is also deer resistant. Another thing we brought out is our summer crop of Rose of Sharon. That's a beautiful one called Minerva. And I gotta show you this one called Tahiti. Wowza, those flowers are even pretty big too for Rose of Sharon. This is a great plant for hedges. It's very easy to grow. Some of these do not produce seeds, so you won't get all those babies. Just check the tag or the sign. This one is like a whitish color called Fiji. Very pretty. And these are loaded in flower buds. So they should be blooming here in abundance very soon. And the Rose of Sharon also comes in a standard tree form. This is Aphrodite. And we also have the Red Heart, which is more of a double ruffled flower. Again, these will grow just about anywhere. Full sun, part shade, dry soil, they can tolerate that as well. Well-drained soil, very easy to grow. And I found some of the Minerva too in full bloom in tree form, if you're more interested in that kind of shape. While I was over here, I thought I'd give you a little tour of the gazebo garden. It's looking great. Whole bunch of geranium roseanne in full bloom here. A bunch of different colors of daylilies back there. I would assume that's limelight hydrangea up there, but I'm not completely sure. Gazebo's looking good. Over on this side, just some random shrubbery. Looks like some Igelias right there could definitely use a trim. And then here in the perennial house, I did want to share that the yarrow and right down there is the allium types are all 50% off for the next week or so. That one's called Serendipity. And we have plenty of allium millennium to go around, and as you can see, they're starting to bloom here too. And as you can see, there are still a decent selection, a lot of shade plants left in stock. A lot of daylilies back there, some coreopsis here, and butterfly bush, of course. But we are making room for our mums, which should be here sometime in August. Okay, so I made it back here to the owl barn. Like I said, your favorite subject is grubs. Not really, kind of gross actually. But last week I promised we would talk about grubs, because last week I talked about Japanese beetles. And where do Japanese beetles come from? Well, grubs. So one thing we do need to watch out for is some lawn damage here coming up. You may notice some in the fall, some browning, and you can actually also just kind of cut a little piece of lawn, pull it back, and you will see those grubs there as well. The absolute 100% best time to apply an insecticide for grubs is mid-June, and that is with the season-long grub control from Scott's. Applying it then allows the chemical the time it needs to travel through the soil down to where the eggs will hatch, and then kills the grubs before they even have a chance to destroy the roots of your grass plants. The second option, which isn't the best option, but it is what we have to do now, maybe around mid-August, if you do start seeing the damage, you'd like to apply something like Bayer's 24-hour grub killer. This is a fast and effective control for grubs, and sometimes the last resort, but like I said, the other product in middle of June or so is the best way to go. Well, that's about it for this week, short and sweet. I want to thank you all for watching. If you have no plans on Saturday, come see me in the market. I will be in there all alone, so be easy on me, okay? Okay, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.